Gotta get the cake, time for me flex. Diamonds all on my neck, had to go and chase after these checks. I was out of space, time to relax. Gotta get the cake, time for me flex. Panoramic for the views, know they watch the way I move. I think I just hit a groove. Ducking shots, you better move. If I got the juice, see, I never lose. They call me hater for telling the truth. 12 chains with the ruler, see the diamond dripping, ooh yeah.
Alright, what's the dealio? What's the dealio YouTube? Let's talk about this rematch. So it seemed like we getting it today. Well, not today, but I mean by the end of the year. Seemed like we getting this rematch, right? Let me get some music. Just a little something flowing. A little something. But a little short story short, I'm I'm going through I'm watching the boy Blue Blood last night, watching a little bit of it. You know, them joints be long, so sometimes I can't catch them joints. The whole thing anyway. So I'm listening to Blue last night, right? And I go to the comment section. You know, I'm newsy bull. I want to see what the people thinking, which partly motivated me to do all this for real, for real. Just reading everybody comments and tweets and stuff like that made me realize people don't know what the hell they be talking about. They don't have a clue as to what they be talking about. So that kind of motivated me to go ahead and do my YouTube thing. I'm like, man, all right, we got a little bit of background music. These dudes really don't know what they talk about when they come to boxing for real, for real. I'm like, maybe other sports and stuff like that, but not boxing. Y'all don't really know what y'all talking about. Y'all just be saying anything when it comes to this sport. So this comment right here had me thinking about my initial thoughts right after the not even right after, it was actually during and right after the first fight, right? My initial thoughts was, man, Bud held back a little bit. Like you could see a little bit he ain't want to hurt Spence. So with that being said, in the rematch, I'm like, you can see he don't want to do it. You can see his camp, they letting it out there. He don't really want to do it like that. So if he gotta go ahead and do this and everybody know like what's the actual result gonna be regardless, you feel what I'm saying? If that's the case, that might touch Bud mean side. We know Bud got a mean side in him. You feel what I'm saying? Like this comment said, Bud is a mean dude. Bud might retire him for thinking he has a chance. Like, and there's a laughing emoji and all that, but like that's with all sincerity. Shout out to Love My City 420 for that that comment. Shout out to Blue Blood for the video, right? But Bud definitely got a mean streak in him, mean side to him. Like this might piss him off, and the fans don't make it no better. Y'all actually make it 10 times worse. And I think y'all gonna see Errol Spence really get hurt this time. Like y'all, the spicy talk. It's still no respect for the man. I think he gonna really have to hurt this man. EJ really had to put him in the hospital and mess around retiring. You feel what I'm saying? For y'all really to for him to really get the respect that he need. I think y'all just need to go ahead and leave Bud alone. Like, don't hype EJ up to do this, and leave Bud alone for real, for real. I think that's what's best for EJ, if you ask me. I honestly believe that's what's best. Weight not gonna make a difference. It just truly ain't. I'm sorry. It's not a weight issue. It's a skill set issue. It's a fundamentals issue. It's a mistakes issue. You feel what I'm saying? So many content creators showed y'all that y'all don't want to listen. That's fine, cool, whatever. Don't listen. I don't care, right? It's your boxing experience that you might be ruining. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like as a boxer fan, we all been there. It's just I've been there as a child, not as an adult. You know what I'm saying? I like living in a reality as a sports fan. Um, but if that's where y'all want to live and y'all like being there, hey, to each his own. You feel what I'm saying? But I think the fans need to calm down a little bit, especially the Errol Spence, the super Errol Spence fans in particular. You got to realize when your guy's outmatched. A lot of my favorite fighters through history been outmatched, and it is what it is. It simply is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. That guy got his card. That guy got his number, and he gonna have it every time they meet. And sometimes it's like that. That's just is what it is. So nah, I don't want to see no EJ rematch, but I think it'd be worse because y'all gonna piss Bud off. He really got to go ahead and do this. And y'all saw he let up a little bit. He took his foot off the gas just a tad bit, you know? It's throwing me off. Let me try to even this a little bit. Yeah, that was throwing me off. All right. So, like I was saying, it ain't really no need for it. It was a skill set issue. Like I showed in a couple different videos. Like I tweeted in a tweet back in 2019. It was fundamentals. It was a skill set thing. It was what he does wrong. It wasn't a weight thing, which weight probably could have played a tiny factor in it, but it ain't a weight thing, right? So on to some of the things that they saying on Twitter, and the reason why I say I think y'all gonna get this man hurt. So
Diamonds all on my neck, had to go and chase after these chicks. I was out of space, time to relax.
So back to this tweet, right? So the first tweet, Terrence Crawford don't want a rematch. He knows Spence would come in with the buzz cut. Was it the buzz cut? Was it the Black Air Forces? Was it the car accident? What was it? Like, what is going to be the edge for this man? Because y'all talking all this mythological stuff, like all this stuff that don't matter when he come into that square. You feel what I'm saying? And all these black forces, all this haircut, that shit don't matter. Yeah, none of that matters for when we talk about boxing. Y'all gotta stop bringing all that mythological shit into the sport. That shit kind of annoying for. But the quote tweet of it went on to say, "This version of Spence beat Crawford. Go ahead and add me." I think y'all just be trolling for real, for real. I ain't even gonna lie, cause come on, dog. This was literally one fight before. This is the version of Spence. Like, what the hell is y'all talking about for real, for real? That's why I was like, y'all just on some trolling ass bullshit, like for real, for real. This joint was literally the fight before. It happened to be, what, 16, 17 months or something like that, 15, 14 months or something. That's on Earl. He shouldn't have took that. He shouldn't have did that. He should have took a warm-up fight for somebody easy, stay active. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nobody fault but Earl. Ain't nobody tell him not to take a fight. You see Crawford stay active. But I think two things that Earl could have did. Earl could have did a little better. Stay active. That's one thing. And if he couldn't make 150, 147, which he did, he made 147. He clearly fucking made 147. But if he couldn't make 147 in a healthy manner, don't have a 147 fight. Simple as that. You should have moved up in Fort Mel at 154. So all the people saying that the fight should be at 154, I said before, I would do it personally if I'm Bud, because I know I could beat him at any weight just to shut people up, right? I'm a petty dude like that sometimes. I would do it at 154. But this is a 147 belt. This is a welterweight, undisputed. All the belts is at 147. It's not 154. Like, why is the push so hard to get to 154? If you wanted to be undisputed at 154, you should have fought Mel. That's what you should have did if you wanted to be undisputed at 154. You wanted to be undisputed at 147, and you needed Bud's belt to do that. That's why. If you weighed the options, baby boy, you did all that. You should have known your body. You feel what I'm saying? You can't put that on nobody but Earl if that was the case. I felt like you could have fought your man, but you wanted to stay there. And I guess at that specific point, it was the easier route because you had 3 to 4 belts than to go up there and fight. But you ain't have to go get no more belts. So it could have still just been one fight. Mel had all the belts. It could have just been one fight. If you wanted to be undisputed, you should have. And you knew you couldn't make 147, then you should have won out there at 154. It still would have been one fight, like it actually ended up being at that particular point. You feel what I'm saying? So all the weight drain, all that stuff, we don't really want to hear that, man. Really don't even want to hear that. It's crazy, man. Speaking of weight drain, man, you know who was using that term so much on these tubes? The boy Ego, man. That's crazy. Why you blocked me on my personal page, dog? That's crazy. Was I bullying you or something, bro? That's crazy. I ain't tripping off of it, man. But like I said, the sentiments like this is gonna be the reason why EJ might really get hurt in the second fight. Because I said, and we watched. I don't know if y'all was blind. I don't know if y'all can't see. I don't know if y'all was just y'all couldn't believe it. Y'all was in awe. Y'all was drunk because it's a lot. It's Saturday night, so I realized a lot of people be drunk while they watching this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna stop arguing with y'all. I don't really argue with nobody on Twitter no more because y'all was drunk when y'all watch it. Y'all might be drunk when y'all talking to me. So I'm not even getting into that. Like y'all inebriated trying to talk boxing. Y'all don't know what you're saying. So we all saw Bud low key let up. He dropped him 3 times. He beat him to a pulp, and that was probably at level 6. Like he ain't even like. All right, let's give him a little bit more credit. Maybe it was level 8, but I don't think so. Bud ain't even break a sweat in that joint. I ain't see him wipe a sweat off his goddamn face in that joint. None of that. Body wasn't glistening, nothing. Bud look dry in that joint. Like he ain't even had a workout. That joint was no more than a spar to him. You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that it was that easy and EJ should take it on the chin. And don't get me wrong, I said it before. I said it in the tweet before. Once they announced it, that it's gonna be a 2 because both of these dudes much too prideful, much too arrogant to go ahead and let that slide. Which I dig it. I'm a prideful, arrogant dude too sometimes. So when it comes to a fight, man, we might have to do it till I get mine. So I get it. I definitely get the sentiment, but you got people you dealing with. You dealing with a nasty dude is nasty in the ring, bro. He a mean, vicious bull in the ring, bro. He not to be liked in that ring. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta take something on the chin. I could dig Errol Warrior, but man, he can't mess with this dude, yo. He really can't mess with this dude. And since we live and we got a little time, let me pull up because people think like this was some phenomenon. This was some, you feel what I'm saying? I don't like some random or weird thing like had to happen. Like I'm gonna pull this tweet up. Watch. I'm gonna pull this tweet up and show y'all that it's reasons why he lost. It's reasons why he lost. And some people could see it years in advance, bro. Since y'all ain't gonna believe me after this anyway. I don't care. But I'ma still show it. Y'all believe what the hell y'all wanna believe. And I could dig it. I could dig it. Do what you do. Be delusional. But to me that ruins my boxing viewership, man. If I gotta live in a delusional world, like, come on, bro, that sucks, bro. So, all right, let's go over this tweet one more again. Let's go over this tweet. October 1st, 2019. This is before the car accident. This is shortly after the Porter fight. These are my thoughts on Spence. Years ago, this is almost 4 years ago. 2 weeks away from being 4 years old. Damn, I like Spence, but he can't beat Crawford. 4 years ago, he can't beat Crawford. And he might even lose to Manny. 4 years ago, Manny would have smashed him. Even then, I was like, man, if Manny was 3 to 5 years younger, but I saw Manny within his past 4 years, and Manny would have gave him some work. If Manny was 3 to 5 years younger, he definitely loses to Manny. On offense, he's the truth, but defensively, he's limited AF. And if he move up and fight J-Rock, I think that's a dub too. And that's after J-Rock had beat Jarrett Hurd. He put on that masterful performance. I was on my J-Rock train right there. That was before he lost to Rosario. I ain't gonna say Rosario exposed him, but he kind of put a halt in his momentum that he had right there. You feel what I'm saying? So the tweet not over. Hold on, it's more. I go into detail as to why I say these things. All right. So hold on. Let's get to the details. Let's get to the nitty gritty. All right. His stance too wide, feet flat. Now this is the stem. This is the stem of most of his issues. Same tweet, same thread. Y'all see the links. I mean, y'all see the date on it. Most of his issues stem from that. When his stance is too wide, he throws his balance off. His feet too flat. He's not having bounce in his feet, so his balance is off. He's on from his heels to the balls of his feet. He's rocking back and forth, and that throws you off. You got to stay on the balls of your feet to maintain your balance, and your stance can't be but so wide. You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that his feet are so wide and they flat, when he reaches too much, because he's a southpaw, when he reaches too much and his feet so wide, when he does this lean thing, it's so easy for him to be off balance. Anything could throw him off balance. His foot could be get tripped up or not land properly, and he could be off balance. You could, from this position, you could nudge him a little bit. All you gotta do is nudge him with your hand. You could take your hand and hit his hand, and it's gonna throw him off. You feel what I'm saying? That's not a good defensive position to be in. And I saw Earl being in that position a whole lot throughout his career, and that's why his balance is off. Also, he's southpaw, so he always gonna have that tripping up thing. Because most of the fighters you're gonna fight gonna be orthodox. So you really gotta have really good feet as a southpaw, and he got bad feet, Just to be real, he got bad feet, But this not a bash Earl video, because Earl's a fucking dog, and Earl was beating all these dudes despite all these issues right here. Earl was beating all these dudes. Well, right here, I'm sorry. Despite all these issues right here, Earl was beating these dudes by outwilling them. He was just straight out dogging them. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I mess with Earl. Because he had all these faults in his game, because he had all these holes in his game, he still was dogging dudes. And he was dogging top competition. You feel what I'm saying? It's just when it comes to this one dude, bro, he's something different, He's something totally different. But come on, let's get into the more the analytics and why I say what I said. His stance too wide, his feet too flat, no bounce, gets stuck and can't spin off the ropes. No head movement. No head movement. No head movement. Okay? Head don't get off the line. Same thing with Frankie. Correlation, man. I don't know if it's a correlation there. I don't know if you feel what I'm saying. I don't know if that's the issue, but they don't move their head over there. Can't punch off angles. He's just so not good at that. Maybe because his guard be so high and tight right here, you need to loosen it up a little bit so he could use certain angles when he's moving and stuff like that. But he's not really good at punching off angles. He be real tight and right here with it. So this joint useless but for a jab at whatever distance, you feel what I'm saying, he comfortable at jabbing. But you close that distance, he can't get the jab off because he's so tight here. But if he open it up, when you close that distance, now he ready to pop that joint. But he all stiff, firm jab. You don't have no light jab, no touch jab, no. You feel what I'm saying? He would have to learn. He would have to learn a lot, man. he had to learn a lot, man. Because excuse me, my southpaw stance look outward. I ain't a natural southpaw. I'm right-handed, so I know how to do it. I had a lot of little scuffles on the street, so I know how to do it. But I naturally like going orthodox. For unless I see something that tell me just go southpaw, and because I could get you out of there just real quick. It's some things. I don't know. Sometimes we see things, but whatever. On to this, right? Can't punch off them angles, right? It's the feet, it's the hands, it's the whole positioning. You feel what I'm saying? is not being on the balls of his feet. He take them big wide leaps back, and you could close the distance real quick because all his weight then shifted to that back leg. And if he take any more steps back off that back leg, he just gonna trip. You feel what I'm saying? So it's easy to catch him if you're skilled enough. I should say that you got to be of a certain level. Like as we could see, 27 or 28 dudes couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He ran into that one dude, and that's the whole sentiment this time. It's not that he not like that, because he is, dog. He really is like that. But Bud is he on another level? He might be 2 levels up. He definitely won at least one, but he might be 2 levels above that. Yo. Not even gonna lie to you. But let's get back to the tweet. Off balance a lot. So when y'all was saying all this neurological, oh, Earl don't look like Earl, he's off balance. Point to the tweet from 2019. Right there. He's always been off balance. It's nothing new. And it starts from his feet, his stance being too wide, him actually being too bladed. It throw him off too much. You need to take that left foot, step it out just a little bit more. His toes turn in too much. You need to think toes out. Stance a little bit more out. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't Earl fucking coach. I ain't going through all what he needed to do. So he don't have that one punch KO power at 147 to compensate for all those holes, right? So when you got all those holes in your game, you must be knocking shit out. You gotta be putting shit to sleep to compensate for the holes. You gotta have that one punch, give a dude a concussion type of power to get by with all those holes on that tippy top level. You feel what I'm saying? He was able to just outwill and just overwhelm everybody else. But on that top notch, that Mayweather, Andre Ward, that Canelo, but Crawford level, if you are going to coexist on that level, you gotta have some crack. And out of the names I mentioned, Floyd probably had the least amount of crack at 47, but flat out boxing ability, he might have had the most. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard to say between him and Bud. Because I feel like we saw a lot of masterful. Bud didn't give us some masterful performances, man. He definitely gave us plenty of masterful performances. But I feel like maybe in Floyd's career, they might have tested him a tad bit more. And it might be my emotional attachment to this era, but I think maybe those fighters was just a tad bit better than these fighters. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll see in maybe 10 years when it's not so recent of a memory. You feel what I'm saying? We'll go and see. But you gotta have that one punch KO power to be. You gotta put shit to sleep, yo. If you got holes like that, man. If you're not outboxing dudes, and for real, once you get up there, man, at that top level, your defense gotta be right. Everybody got offense. Coming through the ranks by 15, 20, 30 a fight, everybody got offense. But what separate them dudes is defense ability, ability to take punches, ability to knock shit out. You feel what I'm saying? Those like the 3 main factors, and 4 IQ. IQ is definitely probably the number 1 factor. You gotta have a great IQ. So it's things on that level that is a difference between an A and an A plus fighter. You feel what I'm saying? Not B, not C. Earl ain't B, C. Earl A level fighter. But we talking about just a little bit higher, A plus level. You feel what I'm saying? But let's finish going through the tweet. Oh yeah. We ain't get to the last sentence of the tweet. So I said, and to me he was losing to Kell Brook before he broke Kell Brook eye. What y'all think? I watched the fight. I watched the fight plenty of times. Like Kell Brook was getting over on him to me. Y'all say what y'all say, but I think Kell Brook was winning that fight. Let's go to the last and final tweet to show people that it wasn't no weight drain situation. It wasn't no neurological damage. It wasn't no blurry eye, which a glossy eye thing. It wasn't no he was high thing. We're going through every little part of it. Watch. So this the last tweet of the series or sequence. All in all, Spence got to stay in the gym, in and out of camp on some Mayweather shit. All right. And he might need to add a defensive trainer. He definitely need to add a defensive trainer. I was saying in my last video, hit your man Jamel up, get with Juan Guzman. But I don't think it's enough time. 3-4 months ain't gonna help you, bro. I'm sorry. 3-4 months ain't gonna be enough time. Man, I like EJ a lot, and I wish the contract said he had a year. 3-4 months ain't gonna be enough. Where we at? We about to go into October, so we talking October, November, and the fight will be in December. So we talking about maybe January. So talking about 3-4 months. That ain't enough, baby. As we saw, he was just on vacation, so he's not in camp yet. So we talking about 3-4 months. That's not enough. But let's get into this tweet and let's get into all the excuses people was making. I noticed a lot of those things in 2019, right? So let's get into it. If he gonna win all these fights, and this one when he was talking about clearing the whole division out. If he gonna win all these fights, all right. I was saying he got to stay in and out of the gym on some Mayweather shit if he gonna win all these fights, and he needed to stop drinking. Everybody know he was living a little bit of a wild lifestyle, right? But he needed to stop drinking, and it looked like he did. I went on to say boxing is a whole lifestyle thing, so you can't be drinking, partying, smoking, and all that shit, and think you're gonna be the tippy top of athletes. My last and final sentence. I think he be getting high too. Now this is a thought. I don't have no proof of this, right? Didn't have no proof of it then. I just saw red or glossy eyes, and I said it could be the liquor because some people, when they get drunk, their eyes get glossy and red. It's not just marijuana. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't have no proof to none of this, right? But I know what I saw. I saw glossy eyes, right? So I saw that in 2019, and again, this tweet is a week before his accident. Just a week before his accident, and shortly after that Sean Porter fight, right? So if I'm telling y'all, I've been noticed glossy eyes. I've been noticed his stance was too wide. I've been noticed he gets stuck in the sand, quicksand. I've been noticed he got an off balance thing, right? If I've been noticed all these things, then how can y'all bring him up now? And he smashed off on Ugas not too long ago too. And he smashed off on Danny Garcia. I wasn't saying none of these things, right? So back to my original sentiment, it's the fans. Like that made me think about at the presser when a dude in a wife beater was just doing so much. Like you doing too much. Like, dog, you the reason. Y'all the reasons, bro. Y'all the reasons for this. And if it happened worse, y'all, it's gonna be y'all fault because y'all just won't chill. And the knowledge, just analyze the sport the right way, bro. It's not about, it ain't like we love the shit talking and all that, but it ain't about that, yo. Like y'all gonna amp this man up to get himself hurt. And I don't want to see it because during the fight I was feeling bad for EJ. I like him. I didn't want to see EJ like this. I even said it word for word. Damn, I didn't want to see EJ like this. I'm like, they need to go ahead and stop this. I'm thinking this like, I think shortly after the 6th round, so like 7th, 8th, I'm thinking this. I'm like, yo, I ain't. Like, I saw EJ getting beat up, but I ain't want to see EJ get down like this. And I'm going to go back to my original prediction right when they announced the fight. Let's see if I could find that real quick. So I bring all these tweets up to let people know, man. It wasn't an anomaly. It wasn't nothing random. This was going to happen, and it might have been enticed because I felt EJ just wasn't prepared. He ain't prepared for this specific man, and you got prepared for the specific man, bro. So here's my prediction: this fight is ending in a stoppage. Both fighters are coming to end the fight early. I got TC, Terrence Crawford, simply because he has more in his bag. He can fight different styles, and he's a finisher. Spence is a super finisher, right? I love Spence. I always gave him his credit, but he likes to fight one style. That's gonna be the main issue. All right. You know, I always tweeting series. I can't get all my thoughts out on. And what is it? 140 characters we got nowadays. I can't get mine out. So tweet number 2 of that sequence coming. Hold on. All right. Talking about Spence. We only ever saw him box, quote unquote box, once. That was versus Mikey Garcia. He could do it, but that's not his comfort zone. When you in a high pressure fight and the pressure on, you're gonna revert to what you're comfortable with 9 times out of 10. Right? I love Spence and watching him fight. But his best defense against a pressure fighter. Wait, I love Spence and watching him fight, but the best defense against a pressure fighter is speed, timing, and counterpunching. And that's not how he fight. And that's how Bud fight. Earl the pressure fighter and Bud got speed, timing, and counterpunching. That's why I was like, styles make fights. This gonna be a bad matchup for him. It's gonna be a bad Joan for him. But hold on. Third tweet. What I say? Did it go? Oh no. Hold on. Third tweet coming. Hold on, y'all. New platform. I'm getting this joint. Alright, bet. I'll just call my man Budget. Bud might be the best in the game when it comes to that. Plus, he can switch styles if need be. And he got all type of jackhammers, nail guns, sawzalls in his bag. And we gonna get a part 2. Niggas too arrogant to take that L on the chin and not run it back. Come on, man. I knew he was getting a number 2, but I didn't know it was gonna be. I mean, when I look at the facts, EJ, I thought it was gonna be a knockout between that like late rounds 9 or maybe 7, but like 9 and 12, right? I thought it was gonna be that, and that's what it ended up being. And I knew it was gonna be around a fight 2, because both dudes too arrogant to take that L. Plus, they both was champions. Ain't nobody letting that rock. But the fashion and the manner that it happened in got me like, I don't want to see number 2, bro. I knew it was going to happen, and I know it's still going to happen, but I'm like, I don't really want to see it. And since they doing it, you know, I'm going to watch. I ain't going to miss the fight. I watched the joint, but I ain't as excited. Because it wasn't as competitive. Like, although I knew all these things, I knew all this stuff, yo. Like, I seen all this stuff 4 years ago. Like, I've been saying it, I've been seeing it, but just seeing it was just like, damn. It's like, God damn. I guess, but that's my piece on that, man. I think the fans need to just pipe down a little bit, man. Y'all gonna get like y'all pissed, like dude. He a mean fella, bro. He a mean fella, bro. he really a mean dude, bro. He really, you really need to leave him alone. Y'all gonna mess around, piss this dude off, and he gonna really hurt Bud. But shout out to the commenter, man. Shout out to the commenter. Shout out to Blue Blood. Love my city 420, man. I agree with you, bro. Bud really might go in on this time. Cause like I said, I ain't see him really past like level 6. He damn sure ain't get to level 10. Might have been at level 8 at most. So let's say he take it all the way to 10. That's gonna put EJ in the hospital. That might retire EJ. Y'all don't see it from that perspective. I don't know how. Y'all just being blinded by like y'all wanting to win y'all Twitter arguments. Like it's kind of weird. It's mad weird for real, for real. Y'all just want to be right so bad. Y'all want to see it again. Like, bro, that shit was an ass whooping. That shit was like EJ promised. That shit was a one-sided ass whooping. And y'all back on it like, yeah, we gotta see it again. I'm like, yo, I ain't never seen this level of delusion in my life, yo. I give it to y'all, yo. Y'all something else, yo. Y'all really something else. And my man on Twitter, he brought something to my attention. He was like, EJ did that marketing with the Cowboys heavy over the years. He like, bro, the Cowboys fans. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. It all makes sense, yo. I ain't never seen this level of delusion, but from Cowboys fans, yo. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. But I mean, do y'all thing, man. Hey, y'all level of delusions. Keep supporting y'all boy. I'm gonna support EJ as long as he ain't fighting Bud. Fight somebody else, bro. And I'll watch him fight. Fight Stan Jonas. I ain't really watch a lot of film on that, so let me not say fight Stan Jonas. He might have a style that's bad for Earl too. But fight somebody else, bro. I think he could get over on Tim Zoo. EJ ain't no scrub. Tim Zoo will come forward, dude. He'll come forward, dude, and he'll come forward, dude. Come on, test the durability. And I think he quicker than Tim Zoo. He could get out of Tim Zoo, the way of Tim Zoo shots and stuff like that. So I think get over on Tim Zoo. I'm down with that. Leave Bud alone. Bud want to get Canelo. I don't know if we're gonna get Canelo. Honestly, I honestly don't know if we're gonna get Canelo. But I know he'll get Canelo or Charlo, one or the other. Unless he got to do this fight and timelines get thrown off and stuff like that. But to all the EJ fans, not even just EJ fans, because I'm an EJ fan. To all the super EJ fans, they've been calling y'all Errol sexuals and all these other words. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna call y'all super EJ fans, right? To all the EJ stands, y'all might be stands, right? I ain't gonna go that far and call y'all something weird like that. But all the EJ stands, yo, just chill on this one, yo. Just hear us out when we say this. We're not talking trash. Like I'm not even like I don't even. All right, I am a fan of fighters, but I don't have no favorite fighter. All my favorite fighters is from the past. But you hear what I just said? Favorite fighters. I don't have a favorite fighter. I'm not a fanboy and none of these dudes. I like the sport more than anything. If Terrence Crawford did some things wrong, or Terrence Crawford took on a match that I think he might be outmatched, I'm gonna talk about it. Like if they make that Canelo one, I'm gonna talk about the things that I think Bud might not have in his favor. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it that way. Like weight, like size, like punch power, maybe punch durability, the way he take the punches. I'm gonna put all that in Canelo favor, to be real. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm objective with it. Anybody could get this smoke. Any and everybody, for real, for real. I'm not in a chase to become a biggest fan of no fighter. I'm not trying to get close to none of these fighters. Like I know fighters from coming up in Philly and stuff like that. I know enough fighters for real. I'm not trying to really get close to these dudes for real. If I get a chance to do an interview or something like that, I will. But I'm not trying to be buddy with these dudes, because once you really start getting buddy, like you stop being objective. Like I'm like that with Boots, because I grew up in Boots Pop Gym and Bozy Gym. Seen Boots from a youngin', from like 7, 8 years old. So like I know I'm biased with Boots. So I don't really do a whole lot of Boots coverage because I'm gonna always be biased with him. I always pick Boots over the world. Let's Boots do some wild shit like try to take on Tyson Fury or some crazy shit like that. I'm always rock with him. So it's just different. Like it ain't. Yeah, he from where I'm from, and that's gonna bias me a little bit. But like he literally from where I'm from. We're from the same neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? I know his dad, his brothers, and all that stuff like that. So that bias is gonna be a little different. You feel me? But outside of that, I try to be 100% unbiased and objective with this shit, man. I try to just see it for what it is, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't get into liking other men that much, to be honest. That's not my thing. Just to be honest, I feel like y'all like these dudes way too much. I don't like no other man that much, for real, for real. I ain't about to cheerlead for nobody, for real, for real. Yeah, you can't get that out of me. I might hit you with a little rub it in your face. Yeah, I told you so. That ain't really my personality, for real, outside of this. But these Twitter dudes will make you do it. They make you rub their face in it because they be talking like they know stuff. And I'm like, bro, y'all really don't know stuff. Y'all the reason why I started my YouTube channel, bro. Because y'all don't know shit. Y'all be so loud and wrong. I'm like, you gotta stop the loud and wrongness, man. That's what's wrong with the world nowadays, bro. Everybody be so damn loud and wrong, for real, for real. Nobody really know what the hell they talking about. Y'all just TikToking y'all way through this world. Just press the camera and record. Don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. Put out a tweet and don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. Like, put I feel and I think in front of these statements. Like, y'all be bugging sometimes, bro. I really don't get y'all. Let me see. But I understand the delusion never going nowhere. Cause what's the dude name, man? Be on Twitter talking spicy. We've been talking spicy for the last 4 years. He talking about he's shutting his Twitter down. He need to think about stuff, this, that, and that. He owe all these people all this money. He back talking spicy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all be on boxing Twitter. I forget his name, man. He back to talking super spicy. I'm like, man, y'all boys don't learn, man. Being a fanboy don't really do you no justice, man. It really don't. For real, for real. Like, we wasn't like this over Floyd when Floyd was coming up. We was skeptical of Floyd until Floyd really showed us. Floyd had to whip champion after champion after champion after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer. Then niggas like, it's motherfucker bad. It's motherfucker bad, yeah. Even then, niggas not just gonna keep throwing out there GOAT. Nah, he called himself the GOAT, but real hardcore boxing fans don't just throw out GOAT. Be like, yo, it's close, yo. He got a case. He absolutely got a case, but too much greatness that ever existed in the world of boxing to just be like, oh, Floyd GOAT. You ain't seen enough, you ain't heard enough, baby boy. You need to do some more research. If you just come off top, Floyd GOAT, you have to come with a strong argument. But man, watching when Floyd was coming up, when we was watching him, when I was buying every damn fight, every goddamn pay-per-view, still was skeptical, like, I don't know. But like I said, he had to beat champion after champion after champion after champion after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer. Look at Floyd fucking resume. Ain't nothing but champions and Hall of Famers on that shit, for real, for real. Especially on that back half. It's because he had to keep shutting people up and keep proving to people that he was like that. Because no, we just wasn't trying to hear that. Not that easy. You're going to have to prove it. Y'all going to have to prove it. And that's just the name of the game, man. That's pretty much, man. That's it for T from T Cut Me, man. I just want to let y'all boys know y'all gonna get EJ hurt. Y'all need to relax, pipe down just a tad bit. I know y'all probably can't, cause y'all Cowboys fans and y'all not used to piping down and being in the real world. Understand Jerry Jones be throwing y'all brain off. Y'all been hearing that since y'all was kids. Y'all don't really have no real world sports perspectives. But please just relax, because this the hurt business and y'all get this fucking man hurt. Alright, so just chill out a little bit, alright? Just relax. It's all good. Everybody, it's somebody that can beat everybody. When you understand that, it's cool. But somebody can beat Bud, trust me. If you go up against the wrong person, wrong day, wrong time, he will get his ass whipped too. You know what I'm saying? Don't think it's not. All right, nobody out here invincible. Nobody out here Superman. Nobody out here can beat everybody in each weight class. It don't work like that. They all men and they all mortals. You feel what I'm saying? That's it, man. I'm running the intro again.
Diamonds all on my neck, had to go and chase after these chicks. I was out of space, time to relax. Gotta get the cake, time for me flex. Panoramic for the views, know they watch the way I move. I think I just hit a groove. Ducking shots, you better move. If I got the juice, see, I never lose. They call me hater for telling the truth. 12 chains with the ruler. See the diamond.